Hello everyone, welcome to Tri-vima and this is Podless Hridayam, a heart and mind of an artist. In previous video, I have invited you for this podcast. You can share your thoughts as a designer, as an artist, and I'm very happy that many have interacted to me by that video. And I hope in future also you will keep interacting with me. I'm here to help to set your mind, set your goal, set your imagination on track, how I did in my whole this journey of an artist. And one thing I want to share priorly, that a heart and a mind of an artist, which I means of this, that is in what sense, in what state, in what thinking, or you can say in what conditions an artist and designer and creative person will handle the condition of working on project with all the surroundings as a life. Because whenever a designer start working on a project, he or she has to focus first to start. And while starting or while working on a start step, he or she has to face many distractions, many, you can say, unawareness of surrounding, because the person is already enthusiastic to do something new, and sometimes it misses it neglects the important thing, that is awareness, that what is my surrounding right now, is that the correct surrounding, or is that a correct vibrations or a frequency of my environment where I'll be starting to work on my project. So it is most important. So for this, what one should do, that is, it doesn't matter whatever your surrounding is. It is important that what is your environment in here and in here is. I say it again. It doesn't matter whatever your surrounding, your environment, the outer world of your this structure is. It matters whatever the environment or the frequency or the ambience inside you is. That's the important thing. Because whenever you imagine, you don't see outside. It seems that you're looking to something, but actually you are seeing inside your brain, seeing inside your heart to accomplish that imagination. Kind of an holographic projection. Wherever you see, if a person is, it appears like he is or she is dreaming. Actually, by open eyes, no one dreams. It is only an imagination. The mind which works with some keywords, with some tags, yes, I will use those words because it's a social media type. A mind of one always work in open eye, as not as a dream. It works as a imagination with keywords, with tags, with some sentences, which helps the mind to imagine, to project whatever the creativity is going on inside the mind. Because whatever we remember, whatever we plan to execute, it always comes from an image. And that image is not necessary, should be physical or should be holographic. Nowadays in AI world or AI era, which is just started, which is not perfect, but it's on a learning stage. You can say it is a 6-month-old kid as an AI. It has to learn many things. It has to be precise in learning and executing your task very strictly, with some limitations, with some good responses. So in this time, in this AI time, remember one thing, that is always the best AI, best artificial intelligence. I'm giving a word that is AI, but it is not an artificial intelligence. It is an organic, original, obvious intelligence. Why obvious? Because you think before AI does. You imagine before AI does. You execute before AI does. Because after that, after those data, only can AI work. So that's why it's very important that actual AI is your mind. Actual original intelligence is your mind. If you don't think, AI has nothing to do, to execute, to think, to plan, to collect, nothing it has. Because you didn't start it. And the people those who will develop AI, If they don't start writing about it, it won't be happening. So it's important. Whatever is inside you is inside here or in your mind. Only then you can start taking first step on your project, on your decisions, on your thinking, on your imagination. Because everything can be transferred or converted. It cannot be produced. Everything exists. Whatever you imagine, whatever you will imagine, whatever you saw or you are thinking, there is nothing anywhere like this. It is already existed. Human or a mind has to just explore and search for it or research for it, and you'll get it. Maybe sometime it takes time, maybe it gets it quickly, but it's important. It always exists. We just keep exploring. We just keep control our mind and heart according to our tasks, daily tasks, whether it is your designing process, whether it is your 3D project, whether it is your graphic design process, whether it is your singing, filming, anything. Because it's very important as a designer, as a creative person, to control our mind and our heart. There are many distractions, there are many drawbacks, there are many drag loads of your life. So I'm not saying that you neglect those. Deal with it, which will also help you to understand your consequences in your project, in your daily task of a career, of a life, of an intellectual by which you can earn. So for that, it's important. Don't turn your face from any personal problems or conditional problem. Always face it. If you can't deal with it, at least you face and stand and observe what kind of conditions are there and how we can deal with it. This is also always been done from heart and mind. Always. Everyone does it, but we don't notice it. So start noticing. I'll give you an example. A person, a designer, a very young designer, I'll give an tag at he or she. Let's take it as a designer, and he or she has started working on a project. But before starting on the project, she has or he has to calculate what's the budget of project, what's the duration should be, how I will execute everything, and how will I deliver it on time, and what will be the exact amount I will receive. So according to that, always it comes to the end of the circle or the center of the circle, that is, I need this money anyhow to run my house, to pay the bills and everything, to help or to take care of my family. So what happens here? Every task, every professional task ends at the center of the circle of those things. That is your family, yourself, your life, your savings, your billings, your expense, your living. So if always it does comes to the center, then why shouldn't we start thinking at once, but before everything? And then think once, okay, I need this project, but first of all, I have to understand if the project doesn't pay me well, and whatever I will get, how will I manage, and how will I use the rest part to push myself as in profession for little further? Because designer never quits learning. Any creative person never quits learning. Any 3D artist, any 2D artist, any animator, any filmmaker, any writer, any singer never quits learning. Ask anyone, any field of creativity, they will say, no, there is nothing which we can neglect of learning. We have to learn. We have to keep learning. We have to practice ourselves, not something else or not someone else is doing that. We will always inspire ourselves from this, but we have to practice whatever we need to do. Let's say I will give you one quote and you comment me from which movie and who said it. If you are good at something, never do it for free. Again, if you are good at something, never do it for free. So according to this, everything has some return. Whatever we give, something we have to receive as in return. So either it is a 1 rupee, either it is 10,000, either it is 1 lakh, either it is 1 crore, anything or something equivalent to those. But always we don't focus while doing this, while receiving such, we don't focus on relations with our transactions, our project client who is giving us the project and giving us the money about it. Don't think on that. We don't think like in helping. Of course, as doing a help to a client, it's not a charity. It is a conditional problem that client is facing and we have to solve it. We take it in that way, it's help. But to help in that phase, in that manner, we should accept something in return and the client should respectfully give something better in return, because at the end in this transaction both has to be getting encouraged. Both have to get encouraged that this client has given me something good, better than I can say this client has given me 1% extra happiness in some manner, and client should think by this transaction that I've expected something, but I've been receiving in this project much more better than whatever I was imagining. This is the relation which I am talking about in your project, in your feeling with your client, with your vice versa transaction. So it's very important what is inside you here and here. That is very important while you start a project. Don't always take a time to think and don't reach to somewhere. It's necessary that you reach somewhere on fixation where this is the point where I will start, but I need this much amount of data or substance to start with it. So I have to think on that. Before that, I will plan just once a bit, 1% part of planning for my person. That is, whatever I will get, I have to accept in a way where it is not a loss for me, it is not a loss for a client who is giving me the project. You have to discuss, you have to go not also rudely, but not also by so-called professionally. There is nothing professional there. It is all about the good transaction. What is with you and how I can help, and what is with me, how you can help. It's a simple barter system, correctly a barter system. Why? Because whatever there is I am offering, obviously I will expect something, correct? So for that, it's very important. I have to not only understand about inside me, but also I have to understand what the person in front of me is expecting and how I can deal with it. And I should be skilled about it. So first, as a designer, I will suggest you should gain your skill. And many nowadays are saying that skill is important. No, education with skill, because without education, that skill is only a skill, a word, because a person and not only the education means you go for college or you go for school and you learn about it specifically. No, learn whatever you can, learn everywhere where you can, and that is the education. But to practice and to excel in that is skill. So whatever you learn, if you are not educated yourself about it, for example, a digital painting, a painting which we do it digitally with some device, we call it Wacom or pen pressure tablet. On that, we try to sketch and it appears on my screen and I will complete my painting. So in that process, I know the skill. Nowadays, people say skilled artist. That means in that way, in that sentence, everyone understand that so-and-so artist has not learned about it, but has done a practice by observing or by just only learning the tools and techniques, and they have done the achievement. And so that is a skilled guy or skilled person. But actually, what is the tool which we are using for digital painting? What extreme level of outcome it can bring? What type of push in myself for an art I can do? What are the techniques, basics, brushes, colors? If you don't learn about it, if you don't study about it, you have to read. I also don't like much to keep reading, but I have to read something. But I always read whatever is needed for my intellect or my career or my skill, I can say. But I will say it education. Whatever I am doing it right now as a 3D artist, it's not skill. Skill is by my practice. But whatever I have to practice, I have to learn for it. I have to educate myself. So designer should think about it. Doing it in a process. Don't do it in rush, but also don't do it in very lazy way. That today I will learn about only brushes and then after 4 or 5 days I will think about what is color. No, everything should be on time. Schedule it or do it at the once, but do it at focus at right away, because time doesn't talk for you. Time doesn't wait for you. So why should I wait for time? Why I should wait for time if time doesn't wait for me? I will say that because time never has I can say waited for me, as in my experience. I tried to do my animation courses in 1.5 years, but I have to take 3 years to expand and to complete that course perfectly, or you can say in a way where I won't be needing it again to go in some institute to learn again that part. So time hasn't waited for me. So I have to spend that 3 years for it. So according to this condition, I can say time has never waited for me. So why should I wait for it? So I have to be quick, but not so quick that I should miss out the actual education, whatever the task I'm doing it. So it's very important. Think on it. One thing I will add, every designer, every artist, whatever I am copying copying and pasting the art or the task, whatever I'm doing in my designing. So it's bad, or it's some jumble thinking or thoughts comes in the artist's mind. I used to also think that way. So one of my nicest friend on YouTube has asked me this. So with the due respect, I won't share who asked, but I will read the comment what he has asked me. I like the new concept. Okay, thank you for that. And I'm sharing my thoughts. See, what I believe is imagination is part of our mind. Yes, definitely. And every person have their limits in imagination, right? Definitely. Every person has their limits, but you can anytime push that limit as much as you can. But it's on your capacity, and it's not about only to control by those things by mind. It is very important to control also with your heart. See, the mind and heart, the controls or the actions of those are like a game controller joystick. Left side, right side, everything has to be balanced. We as a human, we have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 hands, 2 legs. Why? As for in balance. We have to balance everything. That's why we are made. We have also kind of a purpose of balancing. That's why we call it humans. We are called humans. We are called, after humans, we are also called an artist because we know how to balance. So it's important. The imagination is only balance if you don't start thinking, if you don't start observing, if you don't start studying about it. After that, only it is possible to imagine. And it's not enough to do it only by mind. It is also very important to do with heart also. See, it's little complicated when you mix your mind and heart together, but it's not hard. It's a mere small practice of every time whatever you do for imagination. Now, you also ask about it that I am copy-paste artist. It is okay to be copy-paste artist, and I have answered for that, but I will read first and I will explain what I will first share. That thank you for appreciation. Soon we'll share new video. So I am right now giving you that video. So do comment on that also. I will say that what I wrote, and then I will explain that what you are doing is not wrong. The term copy paste is wrong. Inappropriate, not wrong also. Inappropriate for it. Why? Now, as per this sentence, what I write, I'm trying to say that the copy paste artist or copying and pasting anything from something from others to my art, it is only inappropriate when it is being done exactly whatever they have done, and I have just copied I just duplicated it and then I present it. That is inappropriate. That's not good for an artist label, or I can say artist reputation. But what if the copy paste process, whatever I'm studying from that art or from others, and I am trying same but in a different outcome, then it's not copy paste, not wrong at all. It's called inspiration. It is a combination of you can say it is an equation of 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. That means whatever you learn, that is 3. Whatever you inspired yourself, that is 2. And is equal to is a combination action, and you will get the output something new. That is 5. Always have this equation in my mind. Always I use it. It's been more than 21 years now, or 20 years now, till now in the field. Yeah, and I always think this way. When I work in 3D softwares or making some models, I always observe that everyone talks about standard, that a specific model should have this type of references, this type of start process, this type of loops and cuts and unwraps and many things. It's all about how you manage that model and to start till the end. So the process is important, but it's not a standard. So here also I have added that even I also, as I said, even I do copy paste some stuff, but I call it inspiration and combination. Copy paste is just an action which can be repeated. Of course, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. It is a repetition action. It doesn't give you something new. It always be creating duplicates. So in that, if you copy and paste the exact of it, then I suggest it's not good, but you add something your in it. That is whatever you imagine. Let's say a chair, a wooden chair, I have got inspired from some artist, and now I want to add in my artwork. I want to create it. So what you will change in it? First of all, I will use the structural design. I'll change a little bit that it has a brass legs from a little bottom and a bush. I'll change something about that. The texture of wood, I will change something about it. It is a velvet cover of cushion in the chair. I changed something to cotton with some pattern design. Then the environment of that chair presentation is different, so I'll change it definitely with some different angle, with some different size. I'll add something with that which differentiate with that artist and my artwork. So, and whatever I imagined, I will try to put it everything on that regarding to that product or that model. That is the outcome you will have to try always in your project. Think hard on it that whenever you start every project, you have to copy paste something. Do the copy paste to learn. That means you are learning. Whatever teacher taught you about it on Blackboard, on your institute or on your college about this designing, you have to first practice exact what they can. That's why they are there to teach. So now if whatever they are doing it, you repeat it, you will learn, keep practicing it, you will be skilled about how I can use this tools, commands and techniques. Not that design whatever has been taught to them. I cannot use that also for my career or for my as an artist, because I was learning from that design. So that is important in some state, in some level. But copy paste is for learning also. To apply those learning in your artwork, it should be added with inspiration, imagination, and the combination of everything, whatever you have collected as in research, as in thinking. So I hope this will help to my friend. Also, I have added one thing that then it's inspiration which can be a good encouragement for self first. So as I said, when you use those copy paste ideas in your, or you do that action of copy pasting in your artwork, you will add everything whatever you have and make a different appearance of that idea, of that design, and it will be something everyone will know that this artist has made something, a scene this artist has made. But many much difference in that, and this one is good, that one is good, or this one is much better, or this one is also good. So you can create that comparison. Comparison is bad in my sense, but I will accept some comparison where I am also not bad and the person with whom or the art with my art is been getting compared, that also is not bad. I think in that, because this is not a positivity philosophy, it is about exact understanding. Because my artwork, I made it in different hard work, in different strength, in different thinking. Same way, that same artwork which someone else is making in different presentation, different thinking, different purpose, different need of it. Everything is different. Yeah, the artwork resembles a little bit, but it's still different, but not exact. Don't keep it exact. If you keep it, then you should appreciate the artist first instead of your own strength or your own way. You should respect and appreciate and encourage others to learn from it. You give a stage to that artist because you have copied exactly from it. So it's very important. See, artists need to run the life, so they need some substance like money, food, house, family, many things, life, living, etc. But more than those things, artists needs respect, recognition, understanding. It's a good calculative duration to achieve the artwork what you guys or anyone is expecting from an artist. And a space, not privacy, a space to deep dive for the project of a client. Artist in those. Never, in India, definitely no one thinks like this. I would request every client, those who are giving outsource work to design artist or creative artist or 3D artist, creative artist, graphic designer, banner design, anyone, artists, but those artists have mind, but they don't have only mind, they also have art, and the heart always cares about their own surroundings. So if you guys want that the artist should work on my project perfectly according to whatever I have expected, then you should take care about their heart. There are other things where they always just get distracted that I'm focusing on my client's work and I have to take care of my bills and all. So always they get distracted about it. Nowadays, many artists see that I am earning so and so lakhs per month or my package or this and that. I don't know how much true and false it is, but I appreciate if you achieve those things. Then I will request that you appreciate the newcomers and bring those newcomers under your umbrella and train them like you so they can be at that level. I am trying. I am happy to do it, but I will expect something against whatever I am doing for them. Not big, but some something. And lastly, I'll say art and mind of an artist is very important. If that has been taken care, then everything is easy because you're sorted. You need this while planning, you need this while executing that task, you need this while bringing up the outcome, and you're happy because the rest of the result automatically will be received by you. Why? Because you are at the higher level. See, many times people think that I need that amount after the project which I am expecting, and let's give it a number. That's client. Let's example I'm bringing up. A client gave an 3D artist and project to create a interior visualization of a bedroom. Now in that, project is done, everything is done. The quotation was fixed at let's take a number 10,000 for it. So now after finishing it, the advance is taken. Now the project is done. Now the rest of the money is remain. If it is not given and the client has neglected it and now dodging to give that rest of the money to the artist. So what happens? Artists should think about it that if the person is not giving me rest of the money and I am right now in some little bit a few percent of crisis because of that money, so don't worry, it will come because you have the higher cards. I made it, I done the project of it, and now the task from that client side is remaining. So he or she has a lower cards that they should be feel little bad about that action, that whenever after this incident in some random day they get again class in front of each other, and that time that artist should smile. How is it going? Why? Because you think that this person has never given me the rest of the money, and I'm glad that I'm not that kind of person. Okay, and the client should feel little low because so bad that such good person and such good artist he or she has helped me in that project and I still not given the rest of the body, which should be bad. So there's nothing to say these things in each other's right, but it should be inside imagined or inside been said and forgotten. So rest of the frequency of your surrounding will work automatically. Not now, not sometimes after, but it will, because every artist, once a client he or she has worked for, then afterwards, after a long time, the client only will search for him, because a good artist has been appreciated while in need of that line, that I need this design to be done, but no one is doing in that way. But I remember that last year one artist has given me that quality of work, and now I am very disconnected from him, so I have to find him or her. So there is your achievement. We face something delayed of our results, but it will go through. It will have something at the end, but don't regret about it, because there's nothing regretting, because you have achieved a design. That's most important, because you have learned for it, you have practiced for it, you have imagined for it. At least you have given heart and mind already on it. So you have achieved that because you finished that project. Although you are also displaying that project as your client's work and all. That's obviously, that means you are getting other projects also regarding that. So I think there's no loss. Yeah, some delay on your money side, but it has to be planned a little more well. But see, we are not accountants, or we are not so-called financial genius. But I'll say, yes, we can learn also that, because we didn't got any specific expert to teach such designing thing. We also learned everything from others, but also we figured out by our own self also. That means we have two strength of doing it, that one project, learning from others and doing it ourselves and achieving that final output. So we are good enough. If we start doing the financial things, so I think you can achieve a great art than whatever you can do with finance. Definitely anything can be done. You can bring the actual financial expert back if you take the charge. So no worry, take your step good way, but with your heart and with your mind. I say that's it for now, and let's say what you guys think on it. I will be waiting for your comments and your questions, and I'm here to help. And yeah, one more thing, soon I am announcing a workshop regarding Blender 3D product visualization, and also one more workshop for interior rendering. That means model will be ready. I will teach you and share you my techniques and tips for texturing, lighting and
entering with some amount of, and soon I will disclose with my details in YouTube, maybe WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So stay tuned with it. And thank you for joining. Thank you for watching this all. Keep appreciating so I can bring up more, or I can say so I can bring myself, my all my deep heart and my strength of inspiration to you, so you can get this easy and with happily. I want every artist to be happy. I want every artist to be well lived or living, because there is no great or no common artist. I think everyone is equal when they are called artists. If 10 artists are standing together and one non-artist guy is saying these are artists or that is the artist, there's no face for our artist. So they are all being pointed together that these are the artists. Person is pointing to someone else, some of one, but it has been taken from every artist together, those who are standing in, because artists have one. Artists are always one. It's a big family. We can think for each other. We can share each other. We can discuss with it, and also we can help each other to grow. I'm not saying that in future what will be the result of AI, but I will say I am controlling my part of that AI. I do my mini product description with ChatGPT, with Copilot, but I do give my touch-ups in those content. I create my images manually by myself. I use Figma and Krita for those things. I always work in Blender for every 3D project. I've used a lot of different softwares also, the good higher softwares which are very well and very costly. But I came through that the Blender is a good playground for me, for my kind of thoughts, my kind of thinking, and everything is together. Then I think I'm having enough with this software, so I'm happy with it, and I'm thankful to Blender Foundation and Blender company who made this software, because I think I am imagining that the person who made this software also an artist and a thinker for an artist. So I think they are understanding other artists. So it's good, and I'm happy to help if I am able to part of Blender community for a long time and for a lifelong. I'm happy to work in it. But only thing I will say for the last, that don't control your mind and heart. Feel your heart, feel your mind, feel your thoughts, and work on it. That's the exact control of, because you don't feel it. Whatever you are controlling, you don't know what you are controlling. So take care of those and take care of yourself. Thanks again for watching. Keep subscribe the channel. Check other stuff what I have of. I'm trying to offer. Check my other links regarding to Blender and all stuff. And also I teach many. So if anyone wants to learn online personally, do comment me, and I will discuss with you separately. So I don't want to disclose the person in need about that person in need, because everything is different regarding to mind thing, artist to artist thing. So it's very important. So hence I'll take a closing for this. So thanks again, and always welcome to Hridayam, a heart and mind of an artist. So that's it for now. See you on the next video. Thank you.